made it.
第一集的预算呢只有900万美金，却卖破了1亿5600万，简直是翻倍赚。
We're still in the game.
导演他2017年被 Blumhouse 找去指导鬼，只要是鬼的我就会讲不顺。刚发生超惊恐的事件，就是讲一讲，我正要讲出那个恐怖片的片名的时候，电池没电了，请保佑我。听到这里，大家应该知道我们今天要访问的是哪一部片了吧？没错，就是《密室游戏：胜者为王》。看我们的专访。Parkour Movies Taiwan. Hi, Adam.
Hi, Annie.
Hi.
Hi, popcorn movie.
Hi, how are you?
Do it.
Good luck. 2019年最成功的电影之一。
I'm in.
续集紧张有过之而无不及。Welcome to Minos Escape Rooms.
It's happening again. So what is this? Like a tournament of champions?
密室游戏2胜者为王真的从头到尾都超精彩，吓得别人都快要妈妈号了啦！不是妈妈抱哦，妈妈抱。Talking about the screenwriters, this movie you work with 4 screenwriters, so it must be a very difficult one to make. So which room, or should I say, which scene took you most time to complete?
Yeah, I mean the rooms were really hard. You know, in the first movie we did fire, we did gravity, we did ice, cold, we did gas. So we did a lot of the things. We killed people in a lot of the ways you killed people. So that was the really hard thing, was coming up with the puzzles and the way that the movie would play out. I think you know, we brought on a lot of different writers, brought the original writers back, brought some new writers in, just to kind of shake things up. The puzzles themselves are really difficult. We knew we wanted to do a Zoe revenge story at the end of the first movie. She has coordinates. It's going to lead her to downtown Manhattan. So that was our way in. There's some cool surprises that happen in this movie that are different than the first movie. The rooms themselves aren't necessarily about the character backstories. They're leading towards this really cool mystery that it's going to show that Minos, the evil organization, is very manipulative in all aspects of our lives. The game is expanded. They can control us. They can make us do things. And I think that's what we wanted to do with this, is suggest, you know, that, you know, we have no control over, you know, them. They're like a god in the movie.
And remind me of not going on any MTR train with you in any time soon, or like ever.
Fair enough.
It was your very first idea of this movie, right?
Yeah, I wanted to, look, I think at the end of the first movie, you know, we set up a plane, and the idea that, you know, that they wanted to get Zoe on the plane, but I thought I didn't want to do what the audience expected, and I liked the idea that she was still afraid to fly, and that gave us an opportunity to then have Minos have to change course and go, okay, how do we pull her into the game? And I love the idea that I always, as a kid, would take subway cars in Boston, and you go through those tunnels, and they're really scary and freaky. And I thought, how scary would it be if you were in the middle of a train, you think you're with people on the street, and then suddenly you're pulled right in. And so, yeah, and it also lent itself to like electricity. You know, you want a space like the beach. Like the beach is a perfect example. What's going to kill you on a beach? Well, it could be the water, or it could be the sand. So it was about finding a space that was beautiful and kind of big and majestic, but could also have something organic within it that could kill people. You know, New York City streets, acid rain comes down from the ceiling. You know, again, a beautiful space. You have neon, you have bodegas, shops and stuff, but you know, you better get under those awnings before you get burned alive.
I can imagine how challenging it was for both of you to shoot this film. You must go through a lot of sands, a lot of waters, a lot of panic, a lot of everything. So if you must reshoot in one of these rooms, which one would be your last wish to revisit?
My last wish would be to revisit the beach room. The beach room was quite smelly, given the fact that they were using recycled sand. So imagine an old fishbowl take a whiff of that, and that's what it smelled like for 2 weeks.
How about Holland?
Yeah, for me, the bank. The bank for me, because I am a small person, and there were very tall counters, and I was having to climb on these counters, but do it in a sort of a action Hollywood kind of way. And watching a short person climb on a massive counter, there's no Hollywood way to do that. It just looks bad. And so that was my weirdly, like, out of all the stuff they put me through, that was the weirdest thing for me. It was just climbing on a counter. I couldn't do it apparently very well.
No, you look perfect. I learned that if you didn't hit the right marks, the room might really be dangerous even for you actors, right?
Yeah, because the director would yell at us, you know, and then we'd get a whipping. No, I'm just no, everybody was very communicative, and the thing is, if anything was dangerous, it would just be the fact that we would have to do it again. I mean, each room is so meticulous, and there are so many minute details that we have to get so much coverage. So one wrong move means another take, and that's gonna take a lot.
Yeah, for me, I did a stunt where I had to jump like from the ground, but there was no like second level to then get up on the counter, but I couldn't use my hands because the hands would set off a laser. So I had to somehow jump like 4 feet into the air and land on a high heel, like a heel shoe, and my foot slipped out because it was marble. And then somehow I like my feet came out from underneath me and then landed, but they were on a different angle. So they're like, go again. I'm like, I'm so lucky I didn't just crack my head open. And so, but they could, because they couldn't see what was actually happening with me because the room was so big. And so I think that was my scariest stunt, where I was like, I don't want to do this again. But you know, you can't say that. You have to go do it again.
After making these two extremely nerve-wracking films, I assume that you are truly an expert of escaping rooms in real life.
I lock myself in my own bathroom sometimes, to be honest. I don't know that I'm an expert in anything. I'm certainly not good at escape rooms. I'll tell you that. Like my writer and her partner are very good at them. I'm usually the guy in the corner going, "Let me out," you know, looking at my clock or my watch. So you would think I'd be an expert, but not really.
And how about the one-shot scene? Was it a lot of fun or a pain in the ass?